What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is part 5, the final episode of the Lexus stereo system build. We are wrapping it up in this episode. If you missed any previous episodes 1 through 4, I'm going to get them to pop up right over here, and that'll get you caught up. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up in this episode. We're going to get this back end all wrapped up. If you like this content, as always, please like and subscribe. So enough chitter chatter, let's get to it. Alright, next day here at Rock Bottom. Hopefully final day of build on this system. Actually, it has to be final day of build. Customer's supposed to be coming to pick this thing up tomorrow. I was going to start with making some cuts on these panels here. The little ovals kind of go with what we got going on up here, but I think first thing I want to do is finish out this panel so I can use up whatever grill I'm using here. That way I know exactly how much I've got left over to put into these two panels. I don't want to go ahead and cut on them and then turn around and not have the right size pieces, or have to turn them sideways and then the grill pattern don't match or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this panel out, which is, next step is going to be drilling some holes in it, putting our carriage bolts in there, and then getting it wrapped up. I'll get my plexiglass cut to size here. It's going to tell me where I need to drill these holes at. Thinking about yay big. Out here. Out here. Holes to mount the plexiglass. We'll be putting these carriage bolts in them, and I like to epoxy. This is a carriage bolt. If you hadn't used one, they're pretty nice. They got this square shank on them that presses down in there and tries supposed to keep it from spinning. I always like to put a little bit of epoxy right there, because if you're using lock nuts especially, you're going to put some torque on that and it's going to want to start spinning on you and tear out that board. So, a little epoxy, 10 of these. There we go. Got all the carriage bolts installed. So they got these small little round heads on them here. We got this thing ready to wrap now. I'm going to put a little bit of quilting material. I'll show you what I'm talking about on that right quick. So that's this stuff here. Call it quilting material. They use it for quilts. It's not very thick, as you can see. It's pretty thin. It squishes easy. We're going to cover the front of this, back, front, however you want to call it, the face side of this with this quilted material, and it's gonna help hide these carriage bolt heads in here, so when we wrap it with the black vinyl, they're not sticking out and all lumpy. Just gives us a little cushion for the pushing. I think that turned out sweet. It's got I don't know if you can see them, it's got a couple of little ripples here and there. We'll get her heated up. Probably flatten right out. But man, that thing looking sweet, John! Sweet! Now I'm gonna get my plexiglass installed on here. We got 10 screw holes we need to drill out. Make sure we get it lined up real good. Then I'm gonna mark them and drill them. Where'd my marker go now? Why can't I ever? Nylock nut. paint off slowly apart. Next thing we're going to do is put our grill inserts in these top two pieces, and then this panel will be finished. Got this grill mesh. I'm going to cut a couple of strips, stick them on these two. See how big a one I want here. I want to be about here. And then center of this. So probably cut him right through here. And alright, there's our grill inserts, 1 and 2. I'm going to take, and where's my stuff? Some of this epoxy. And I'm going to put a bunch of this epoxy all around this edge. And then I'm also going to take my staple gun and pop it down so it's not going to move. There we go. Let that set up. We got epoxy, and then we got staples. Try to line up my staples in the epoxy for double adhesion. All right, so we'll let that set up. Now this panel is complete, and we can start on these two here. See how much of that mesh I got left. I'm probably gonna do, I'd like to get 2 slots on each one of these, one up and one down. Then we'll get them wrapped. These will go a whole lot quicker, be a whole lot easier than that bad boy right there with the plexiglass and the Lexus emblem and all that good stuff in it. Uh-oh, hold on. There you go. Got these 2 little side pieces finished up. If I can get it in there. Yeah, boy. That's 1. And that's number 2. So that's all 3 of the panel pieces. This one here I got chilling in the trunk, staying clean. Still got the bag taped in behind here. So. That's my centerpiece there. That's my 2 side pieces. So now I gotta build some stuff to mount to. Basically what I'm gonna do, slide this over. I'm gonna mount a little strip of wood right here. And then I'm gonna come in the same distance on this side and mount a strip of wood right here. That strip of wood is gonna hold an LED light like this right here. Same on that side. That strip of wood's gonna hold a LED light up in here. Also, that strip of wood is gonna give me something to screw, and I got some little chrome, funny-headed looking little screws. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna come out here with a little wooden wing kinda. Little strip coming down right here on each side, and that's gonna give me another mounting point roughly here. 1, 2, and the third piece is going to sandwich between all that on those 2 screws right there on each side, same thing. that I'm also, first thing I'm gonna build before all that wood, I got a little strip that's gonna go up in the top of the trunk right there. It's gonna mount up underneath of that. A little channel kind of strip that I'm gonna make out of this little thin ass sheet metal right here. I'm gonna make this little channel. It's gonna screw up under there. It's gonna serve two purposes. One, the face board here is gonna slide up into that to hold the top steady. And then also it's gonna give me somewhere to mount my LEDs that are gonna be looking back into the subwoofer area there behind these grill pieces. So basically it'll be a LED behind each one of these up high where you don't really see the lights. Hopefully it's just the glow coming out. 1, 2 right there, and then the other two, like I said, are gonna go boom and boom, shining into the middle where that Lexus emblem's gonna be. So first thing I'm gonna do is cut 2 little strips off of this, 1, 2, bend them, and I think I'm gonna wrap them with some of that black stuff right there. I wasn't gonna paint them black, but I think it's gonna look better if I just do a little quick zoom, wrap around them with that, and it's gonna look better. It's gonna probably be faster because I won't have to wait on paint to dry either. And zoop them right up into the back of the dash there. So let me get these pieces stripped out and covered, and come back when we're mounting them in the car. Man, I think we're about ready for the final assembly on our panels here. I've got some little wings here that overlap of the side pieces to the centerpiece is going to be hitting right here on this, so it's going to sandwich all 3 together when it screws there. I got a board here it's going to screw to, here it's going to screw to, and same with the sandwiching on that side. Got the lights hooked up. Let's see, they should work with this remote, I think. Yeah. So lights are hooked up. We got 2 of them up and under there. Hold on. We got 2 of them that are up and underneath the back dash right here, pointing forward. And then we got these 2 pointing to the sides that are going to glow our little Lexus emblem right there. Everything's mounted good, wires are tucked. Hopefully nothing's visible when we get done. I got another little mounting tab kind of deal right up here. So hopefully if I can get this center board in and get the top in between these 2 pieces here, it's gonna kind of tuck in between there and then shoot up, and then everything's gonna screw together. It's looking good. I did a little vacuuming in here, cleaned her up a little bit, so I think we're ready for that final assembly. Well, that armor all left some streaks. Damn. Should we hit the lights, man? I just might, man. lights right here too. Oh yeah, where's that Disco Inferno at? Ow! That's what I'm talking about, son. There we go. That's what's up right there. Maybe he's got room for his tool bag. He was worried about getting his tool bag in here. Maybe there's room for that. Trunk still works. Hell yes. Well, it's pretty much done. I may clean up some of this wiring in the ski hole here. Then we're going to have to get it outside and crank it up, check it out. Alright everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because we got a lot more to come. And as always, please like and subscribe.